In the energy quadrant, taking a look at the July natural gas futures contract, which is on a 3-day rally after a 20% drop. 20% drop from the high close of this year is now been sort of reversed by this 9.96% 3-day rally. Remember, coming off of a lower level, so 9.96% doesn't actually mean that we're almost halfway back to that high close. Doesn't mean that at all, but it is still an improvement. That 3-day rally getting back a little bit of the sell-off. We were actually down 5.04% today in the natural gas contract at 7.225, but then we were up 2%, 1.96 to be exact, at 7.790, finishing the day only up about 1/3%. So we did well, but not as well as we were doing. Also came back from a pretty ridiculous down 5% level. Now the weather demand is going to actually be moderate. So the moderate weather demand starts with Texas and the South Plains, which is going to remain hot with highs of the 80s to the 90s, while the west into the North Plains remains mild. It's also warm from the southern Great Lakes to the southern U.S. with highs of the 80s to the lower 90s. This will be all the way through about next Wednesday, so the next 6 or 7 days. The east is going to be pleasant with 70s to 80s despite some rain, and then most of the U.S. will be comfortable, most of the rest of the U.S. with highs in the 60s to the 70s. We actually stand a chance of seeing 100-degree temperatures in the southwest deserts into West Texas, so we're going to watch for that. Now, today's weekly EIA inventory report printed a build of 76 billion cubic feet, slightly under market expectations of 80 billion cubic feet, obviously because of that warmer weather, and slightly under the 5-year average of 82 billion cubic feet. This build increased supplies from 1.567 trillion to 1.643 trillion cubic feet and increased deficits from 306 billion cubic feet to 312 billion cubic feet. And again, based on that little extended weather forecast, next week's build is also expected to be slightly smaller than normal. And by normal, I mean the 5-year average.